That's why it's live. At least I get the audio issues sorted right away. Okay, I'm here in Hualien. You may know Hualien from the earthquake of April 3rd, 2024, when it was broadcasted all over the world, magnitude 7.4. And I noticed this building was on the news. I walked over here and it's still very much damaged. Today's date is Monday, May 27th, 2024. The time is about 10:30 a.m. Temperature is 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. There's still rubble here that's laid out in a pile here, and you can see all the damage to this building from that earthquake. Even the insulation's exposed. And I don't think this building is going to be inhabitable for a long time. For the most part, I just got here. I've noticed that most of the buildings here, they held up well. I don't think Hualien suffered as much damage as what people make it out to be, which is good. But I'm here to see what's happening in the aftermath of the earthquake, which happened about 2 months ago, and also to support the people here. I know many people, including over here in this apartment complex, probably got displaced. But I think most of the construction here, they're built to withstand earthquakes. But that doesn't mean that buildings are earthquake proof, because as you can see with this building here, things can still fall apart. Doesn't matter how strong you build them, there's always going to be something that's going to be able to damage it. And I really feel for all the people here who lived in this building, who got displaced. Yeah, I don't think this building can be repaired. They probably have to tear it down, to be honest. It looks like there's some major damage to the structure here. But there was a building called the Uranus building in downtown Hualien City, which I'm gonna walk to, that was on the news, that was tilting. I know that one got tore down already, but I'm sure there's gonna be other areas there where we can look at and see if there's any sustaining damage. This building here is located in the Jian township. Cammy says, I remember seeing the tilting building right afterwards on the news. Yeah, I saw that too. I was in Vietnam at the time when the earthquake happened, and people were even concerned for me. When I went live, people were like, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm in Vietnam. I'm nowhere near the earthquake, but now I'm here in Hualien. This is pretty much the epicenter of where the earthquake happened. I should say earthquakes because ever since April 3rd, there were hundreds of aftershocks. But I took a train down here from Taipei. It took about 2 hours or so. But as you see here, most of the buildings on the same block, they're still standing with no visible damage. What also took a hit for Hualien is the tourism industry, because many of the popular sites around Hualien, including Taroko Gorge and the hiking areas, remain closed. There were many landslides in those hiking trails, and that needs to be inspected and cleaned up before those can reopen. Hopefully later on I can also support some of these people in Hualien. Maybe by dining at their restaurants or supporting their businesses. Especially for the people here who had to live through this. I can't even imagine being in the center of an earthquake, a magnitude 7.4, which is the strongest that Taiwan ever had, I think since the 1990s. I only know of 4 buildings that were featured on the news that were definitely damaged. The first one that I showed you, I know is definitely damaged. There's the Uranus building in downtown, which got torn down. I also saw the senior girls' high school got damaged as well. And there was another building that was on the news where people were being rescued from the second floor window. The building already collapsed and crushed the motorcycles underneath it. But that's a good like 40-50 minutes walk from here. I'm going to be walking over to downtown Hualien. From what I understand, most of the buildings here are built to withstand like some shaking and earthquakes. But what happened with the Uranus building in downtown was that the ground itself, the soil, the water shifted and it made the foundation weak. So the building pretty much sunk into the soil. Even though it was able to withstand it, the ground wasn't. I know there's one person who died in the Uranus building. I think it was one woman. Cammy asks if she was the only fatality. I'm not too sure of the death tolls from that earthquake. Wikipedia says that at least 18 people were killed and over 1,100 were injured. It was the strongest earthquake in Taiwan since the 1999 Gigi earthquake. And there were also at least 3 aftershocks above magnitude 6.0. And those aftershocks, they don't get as much attention compared to the main earthquake. It's really unfortunate that these people had to live through it, and I feel really sad for the people who got injured, who lost their lives, for the family members, the friends who had to experience all the trauma and suffering. Dallas guy with $20. This is an epic trip. You're on land, you're on water, you're on fire. Thank you, Dallas guy. Appreciate the support. So this street here, this main street, will lead right into downtown Hualien City. I'm just gonna walk straight down and we'll probably even see where the former Uranus building is. This is my second time in Hualien. The first time I was here, I was actually part of a tour group going to Taroko Gorge. And I really only got to experience Hualien city at nighttime. Cammy says, must be strange to be there before and now after. Yeah, it is strange to be here. Like, you hear about it all on the news, about the earthquake, but it's really different when you see it in person. Seven Snow says, have you felt one while you were there? Actually, there was an earthquake that happened while I was here, but I didn't feel it. One of my friends told me that there was an earthquake, and I was like, whoa, I didn't feel anything. I didn't even notice it. It must have been very slight and only lasted for a few seconds. I'm actually very happy to see Hualien withstand as well as it did, because from what I was seeing on the news, it was much, much worse. Like, if you just listen to the news, you would think that this place is complete devastation and every building is destroyed. But Look at this. People are here at work. Traffic is flowing, and the majority of the buildings are standing. That's not to say that we shouldn't downplay how severe the earthquake was, but the construction codes for these buildings, they did their job. And I'm very grateful there wasn't more damage. People in Hualien aren't afraid of earthquakes. Well, this is a, oh. Why are there scooters or motorcycles in the middle of the road there? Did something just happen? But I was saying this area is actually known for having earthquakes. I think 2 motorcycle drivers got into a collision. Hope everyone's okay. Yeah, it does seem like they crashed 7 snow. Rebecca Kirill loves the old buildings. Hey, they're old, but they're standing and they survived the Hualien earthquake. Or earthquakes. Since there were plenty of them after the main one of April 3rd. This is so inspiring to see for me, just to see all these businesses open. And recovering from the earthquake. Even this tea shop is open. Actually, I want a tea. Let's help some of the people of Hualien. Dingo. Hello. I'll get a signature fruit tea. 谢谢。
等一下哦，帮钱。
OK， 谢谢。
小心拿哈。
OK，
拜拜。
拜拜。
喂，好的呀。一个柳橙绿冰甜。什么冰块？小冰
OK，
三分糖。
谢谢。
然后呢
Nice. Supporting a local business, getting a drink because it's humid out here. Let's see. How's their signature fruit tea? Very good. Lots of passion fruit flavor. From what I've heard also, many hotels in Hualien are giving discounts for people to stay here. Because tourism is way down right now. I don't know if this is from the earthquake damage, but looks like this wall has some damage. Any real fruit inside the tea? Yes. It's real fruit. Look at how well behaved this dog is, just standing outside the post office. Won't go in. Yeah, I believe so, Hong Miao. It'll take some time for people to be comfortable traveling to this area, especially because many of the attractions are closed now, the hiking areas. Taroko Gorge is a big one. I don't know how the Dongdamen night market is. That's actually my favorite night market in Taiwan. That's right in downtown Hualien City. And I went there 4 years ago. Maybe I'll go there again tonight and see how it is. Oh, thanks, Tyler. You loved the boat trip video. The one I did in Vietnam. I appreciate it. I wonder if this construction site has to do anything with the earthquake. I never really got a chance to experience Hualien, but it looks like a really nice city. Yeah, Cabby, it looks like they do have bike lanes over here. Oh, it's Kevin Wu's birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, Xenon is just south of me in Shofeng. Yeah, I was in Jian, but I'm walking towards downtown Hualien City. That's right, Hualien only has Taiwan Railways, no MRT, less buses. Quickest way to move in Hualien City is to ride a scooter. Yeah, I took the train here, the Taiwan Railways from Taipei. You know what? I don't know if this building has roof damage from the earthquake or not, or if that's just general wear and tear, but I just noticed that. It's really hard to tell if you do see some like structural damage, if it's from the earthquakes or if that's from something else. I also read that there were like some factory buildings around Hualien that got damaged and like the roof collapsed in one of them, but I wouldn't know where those are. Not to mention, I think it would be kind of inconvenient to get to from Hualien City. Alex Oliveira says they look old too. Yeah, that's what happens in Taiwan. There's a lot of old buildings. They all have the same kind of general architecture. Oh, Laurie, I'm heading there. The building that was leaning badly, that was the Uranus building, which, from my understanding, got torn down completely already. But I'll still walk over there to where it once was. Thank you so much, Carlos. Your streaming is extraordinary. All the shooting, Bangkok, Hanoi, very beloved Taipei. Stay away from that fruit. It looks too spiky. Another thing that I want to add also is what you only see on this live stream is pretty much only the exterior. Because if there's earthquake damage, I can only really see what's happening on the outside, but what happened inside might be completely different. But in general, you can kind of tell that a building is okay if it's still occupied, if like businesses are open, like this insurance broker here. If it's not safe to go inside, then you know that there's more of a higher chance that something happened. Yeah, that's right, Cammy. Interior damage. That looks like a big apartment building coming up. What I've noticed is many of those buildings that were shown in the news of collapsing or leaning over were all like tall apartment buildings. So this one coming up here, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Laurie, I hope there's good support systems in place for people who got really affected by this earthquake and the aftershocks. Oh, wow. Well, this building is completely gutted. I'm not sure if it sustained earthquake damage and they're like renovating it right now, but here's a building we got to see the inside of, just briefly. Oh, really? The Gian McDonald's collapsed? Some of these ceiling tiles, they're missing. And from what I can tell, this apartment complex is still occupied. I see laundry in the balconies. There's no caution tape around or anything. Yeah, I don't notice any cracks either. It's just a very old apartment building. Actually, it might be 3 buildings, I should say apartment complex. I mean, so far, from where I've walked, there hasn't been too much damage from what I have seen. Just that apartment complex from the beginning of the live stream. Oh, that apartment might be the second tallest building in Hualien. Yeah, that one is really tall. I haven't noticed any building taller than that. You have a point there. I think these people are installing new kitchen equipment, which is great. Great to see people reinvesting into their business. I'm a few blocks away from Zhonghua Road. That's the main road where the Uranus building was. There's two buildings that were like tilting on that road. I don't know what's gonna be there when I pass by. Here's another tall apartment building, but it looks fine to me. Good to know that there's still a good amount of businesses open, restaurants, people living life. They didn't let the earthquake halt their progress or discourage them from like continuing. And people move on. How many of you have experienced like trauma in your life or something that you had to overcome, and it gets depressing for like the first few days, weeks, maybe a month, and you recover from it. I don't know, it could be like the loss of a job or of a loved one, maybe a natural disaster like an earthquake. And whenever something like that happens, something tragic in our life, we shouldn't let that control our lives. We can't stay depressed and crying forever. We have to move on and learn from it, create good memories, reinvest into ourselves. Okay, here it is. This is Zhonghua Road. A rather complicated intersection with Zhonghua Road. I gotta go down this street. That's Zhonghua Road. This is something else over here. No, wait. That's Zhonghua Road. This is something else. Still drinking this fruit drink, by the way, fruit tea. It's lasting quite a while. Yeah, this is Zhongxiao Street. I don't want to be walking down this way. All right, folks, this is Zhonghua Road. Pretty much the focal point of most of the news stations covering the earthquake in Taiwan on April 3rd, with the tilting buildings and people getting rescued from the windows. It happened on this street, and the buildings that I know for sure that got damaged, which are probably demolished now, are a few blocks down this way. So let's go. There were two buildings that were leaning that I think were only like a block or two away from each other. All right, this building here since 1970, still standing. The Hualien earthquake cannot topple that building. Maybe this will last until 2070. Yeah, still haven't really seen that much visible damage from the earthquake, which tells you a lot about the construction of these buildings. Even though they're old, they're built to withstand earthquakes. But not every building was so lucky. Some suffered a lot more than others. 你好，不好。Jared says not even cracks. Oh my gosh. I was just very quickly walking by. I should have said Buyung, which I don't want, instead of Buhao, which is not good. I want to get away from this scaffolding. Seven Snow, did you miss the building? No. Well, there's construction equipment here, but it looks like it's for new construction, not for a demolition. So the first building that I know got tilted over is this one coming up. I believe the Dongdamen night market is straight down that way. Yeah, Cammy, I'm really surprised how well everything held up too. But the building that had major structural problems that was tilting over is just around the corner here. Yep, it's this building right here. It's no longer here. I think there used to be a building here. Kind of looked like there was like new cement laid out on the right hand side. Cammy says you can barely tell a building was there. I know. They did a good job with it. You see, look, I have Google Street View. That's the same sign that's over there. And then there used to be Louisa Coffee next to it, the orange sign. But look. Wait. Is that the same sign? And then there's this building, which is famously shown on the internet, but that's further down this block. I don't know, let's investigate some more. Let's walk down a little bit here to where the Uranus building is, or was. That one got completely torn down. Cammy says, I'm not sure it's the same address. I'm not too sure, because it looked like the sign was the same, but the building was different. But there was a building next to it. The Louisa Coffee wasn't there anymore from Google Street View, but that was from like a few years ago. It doesn't look like the same spot. Oh, that one's near Dongdamen Night Market. Well, we are near it right now. I'm sure I'll see more on this live stream. That's why I'm doing this live, to see everything. I guess there used to be a building there. So I believe the Uranus building is to my left. This is the Dongdamen Night Market over here to my right. Wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Dongdamen Night Market, but the Uranus building used to be over here. That used to be the building. The one that was prominently featured on the news, completely torn down. Kind of hard to see it, but that's the same view right now. You can see that hotel sign and whatever that is. This hotel sign is still up here, right there, but the building's no longer here anymore. But this building behind it is still standing right here. That one's still there, but the brown one isn't. And then you got this building here with a clock face. That one's still around right here. But it's crazy. You can't even tell there used to be a building here. Oh, David, the owner went back in to try to save their cat. Oh no. So, yeah. This was the Uranus building. just a large footprint now. And a grave site too, because we know that one person lost their life here, the owner who went in to save their cat. Oh man. Really sad. I'm amazed at how quickly they were able to clear this area out of rubble and get that building out of the way too, because that's a big public safety risk. Man, this is crazy just to be here in the footprint of the building. It's like a whole building is just completely gone. That's right, Laurie. Prayers for the family of the loved ones. And these people are doing something to the hotel next door. Wow. Really sad. I know the senior girls' high school also got damaged. And there was another building that was on the news. I'm pretty sure this is the building over here from Google Street View. This building. There's different colored signs on it, but it looks to me like the same building. I think that's about a 5-10 minute walk from here. Oh, no worries, Laurie. I wanted to come down here too and see how Hualien is handling all this. Oh, Mr. Wang says that's on Bay Bin Street. Bay Bin, yes. Number 16 Bay Bin Street. I think I have the right address. I wasn't sure if there was the same building because the color of the signs were different, but just looking at the exterior, it looks like the same building. But I had to do some careful research to confirm. My favorite night market in Taiwan, right here. I think I'm definitely gonna visit it tonight since I'm here. Granted, by the time I am done with this night market, it'll probably be late to go back to Taipei, but we'll see. Maybe afterwards I can get a taxi to go back to the train station or something. I'm sure this night market desperately needs business because there's not many tourists in Hualien right now. Okay, this is Bay Bin Street right here. Let's turn left. Wait. Is this a building that was cleared out too? Because the asphalt looks really new. This one might be demolished also. Oh my gosh. I don't know what was here before, but maybe Google Street View can give us a hint. Sorry for the poor lighting, but whoa! There's a whole building that's not here anymore. Whoa! This used to be here. Another building that had to be demolished. I didn't see this one on the news. I wonder how badly damaged this building was. The one that was on the news where people were being rescued out the windows is down the block here. This is crazy. Where I have the marker is where that building was shown on the news. So we noticed two buildings that are gone, completely demolished. They didn't waste any time demolishing these earthquake damaged buildings. I'm very impressed with the speed of the cleanup What is going on here? Did this building collapse and needed to be rebuilt? Whoa. I'm pretty sure this was earthquake related too. Yeah, Cammy, that's what I expected too. I expected most of Hualien to look like that rubble. But surprisingly, look, most of the buildings, they escaped undamaged, at least from what I can see on the outside. Beware of dog crossing the road. Yeah, Johnson's, it was gone quick. April 3rd is when the earthquake happened, and now it's May 27th. Look at this. This is where that building was, where they were rescuing people outside the windows. It's also a pile of rubble. This was the one on the news. This building right here. I took some screenshots from the news. It's right here, this building. Just a pile of rubble now. And there's also the building next door, which looks to be damaged also, somewhat. My gosh. Look at this. I think this might be a remnant from the building itself. There's like personal belongings still in the rubble here. That looks like a kitchen mat over there. It used to hold hot items. There's still like copper pipes still in the rubble too, and bricks. It's not even cleaned up yet. That looks like a plastic garbage bin over there. There's also like glass bottles and aluminum cans, but I don't think they're all from the building. Crazy to see this. I don't even know what these are. They're like metal pipes from something. Look at this, there's a slipper here, or half of a slipper. This is so sad. And another slipper over there. And another one. There's another pair of shoes there. This is crazy to see all this. Look, here's another plastic mat, probably from someone's kitchen. I wonder what this dog is sniffing. Can definitely smell a lot better than we can through all this rubble. Probably smelling human scents, like where people's belongings were. Man, this is so bleak to see. When you think of a wasteland, this is what I think of. But I hope that people who got displaced, they're being taken care of right now and they could recover from this. This is horrible seeing this. Woof, woof, woof. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Hope these dogs aren't territorial. I want to walk over to the senior girls' high school that I heard got damaged as well. That's right, inspired life, reminder not to take our homes for granted. It's sad. Yeah, let's see if the high school is still viable. They might be able to just repair the sections that got damaged and still operate. think we can go up here. It's a very beautiful alleyway. I love the mural. Oh, the classrooms in the girls' high school are still usable. Well, that's good to know. But I still want to walk by there and take a look. Let me just see where I am. Okay, so this is the track and field here. And I believe that is the high school down there. Let's cut across this running track and we can get there quicker. Actually, I'm not too sure. This might be a different building, but regardless, we'll go there anyway and take a look because they're all close to each other. If there's structural damage, we should be able to see it if it hasn't been repaired or cleaned up already. It sounds like school is in session over here. I hear children or teenagers or maybe adults. Oh, that's the Hualien Junior High School. Okay, so let me know if I'm going the right way. I believe the marker I have on Google Maps is correct. It's hard to type some of these places in English and get an accurate result. I'm like 70–80% sure this is not the senior girls' high school. Evie Lugia says it's usually not allowed during the school day. Well, there are a lot of schools around here. This one kind of looks like an elementary school. I wish my Chinese ability was better. I can actually read. But I don't see the character for female or girl here. So I doubt this is the high school that got damaged, at least from what was mentioned on the news. I'm not so sure now. Oh wait. I think I gotta go a little bit further. I've passed by a famous beef noodle restaurant. Okay. Well, this says entrance. Is there a security checkpoint here? Can I walk through the campus? Oh no, that's entrance for the parking lot. Okay, Hualien, this is it right here. I can read the character for woman or girl here. Well, in this case, a small woman. This is the building that got partially damaged in the earthquake. But I don't see any structural damage here. At least just from the outside. I don't want to overstay my welcome because I don't want the security guard to think that I'm creeping on the girls here in the high school. But it's going to be hard to tell if there's any damage at all because there's barbed wire here and I can't really peer over the fence. Unless maybe I go down there. I don't even want to like put my camera over the fence here. But for the most part, this building looks intact. Actually, if I continue this way, I'll go back to Babin Street, the place where the rubble was. I'm going to walk over there and start recording a video of Hualien, because I think this should be made into a video and documented to show how natural disasters affect people and how the recovery is. But I don't think I'm going to walk over to this high school in the video. I'll just show the places that are the most impactful and dramatic. Maybe I'll even walk back to that apartment complex that I showed you at the beginning of this live stream, where I had microphone issues. And after that, I'll enjoy the rest of my time in Hualien and also the night market. I think I can even include some clips from the news from that day in my video, just to give people some reference. What is this giant fish here? By the way, if you continue up this road here to my left, you'll eventually reach the Hualien Hotel, where I stayed at over 4.5 years ago. It was this one here. That's the hotel I stayed at. It was part of the tour group. I think during that time of the tour group, we took the tour bus to Taroko Gorge, did like a day of hiking, and then returned to the hotel at nighttime. And the tour group leader like dismissed us not one person from the tour group ventured out after that day of hiking, except for me. I got an Uber and I took myself to the Dongdaemun night market and enjoyed it. And then I came back. It was very late, even though I had to get up at like 6 in the morning the next day. But it's something I'll never forget. Oh look, there's the bus stop for the senior high school, the girls' senior high school. This is also the senior high school, but I don't see any damage from this angle. Oh, Gordo, you were there in 2004? Very cool. This is Bay Bin Elementary School. What I'm noticing with Bay Bin Elementary School, they're expanding it. There's an entire new section that's under construction. So even though Hualien had some damage, there's new construction projects still going up. Hopefully these new structures are built to withstand earthquakes. I'm sure they are. All right, back to Bay Bin Street. And the rubble is somewhere down there. for my video that I'm going to record here. I think I'm mainly just going to cover the 3 sites that got demolished. Hey, I remember this. This dog is barking at me. Now they're barking at the person on the motorcycle. These dogs are very territorial around here. Okay, I've made it back to the rubble site where this building used to be. I'm going to wrap up my live stream here. Now I know where I should make my video. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this live stream from Hualien, Taiwan, the epicenter pretty much of the April 3rd, 2024 earthquake that caused so much destruction here in Taiwan and inconvenience, but glad to see a lot of people in this community moving on, living their lives and rebuilding. But as you can see, there's still a lot of work needs to be done. I appreciate all of you coming out to watch this. Thanks so much for watching. My prayers and thoughts go out to everyone affected by this earthquake, especially for the people who have lost loved ones or know someone who have gotten injured or are injured. I hope they make a complete recovery. The people who are displaced, hopefully they'll be able to get back to their lives. as normal as possible. And yeah, thank you everyone. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone from Hualien, Taiwan. Can't believe there used to be a big building here.